It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just...
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
50 the mic. Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
It's our field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Carson Wentz.
Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Get him, boy!
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
See what you got.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Open here is Allison. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking right sideline. That's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
120! I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check, 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic. Here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Hey, Echo.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Go.
Mike's 42. Let's go, D. Mike's 4-2.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
42's the 30. 42's the Mike. Watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check tight end. Check tight. Bring it.
On the give, running right is Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
What you got, Heavy?
Sunday.
Heavy, give me some. Here we go. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. I'm scared.
Check. Two jet.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Oh, here we go.
Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
No.
42's the Mike. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hatch it. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. Running with Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz, right side caught by Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
52's the mic. Stop your whining.
Throwing is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Wentz to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 56, right there. 56.
Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, take 26. Buzz. Quick to edge. Come. Undercrush.
Rodgers going to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Man. Slam.
Rodgers now to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and it's 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
You remember me? 26. Check the backer. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. Hey.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up
Mike. 319. Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
26. Hey, wahoo.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You're not ready.
319.
Now Rodgers to throw on third down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
At the Packers' 40-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180.
You can't block me.
This 5-7.
Where's 52?
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
3rd and long.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Grade 15.
Mike 52. Hey, defense.
Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120!
Pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down.
Let's go. Let's bring
And for a
it.
third
Let's
time
bring it.
tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
58!
Right there, 56.
Check pass. Check
Inside.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Lock the run.
He's got Adams on the hookup. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
At the 46-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Bravo.
53. Mike 53.
Blue down.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
56. All day, just like that.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Record.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Inside.
Watch the run.
Teammate.
Check 31.
Jump out.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Rodgers now to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
It's funny to me because we actually keep the football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wentz.
Watch the pass.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Aguilar has it. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Here we go. 120.
Come off the ball hard.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Good job, D.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Easy. Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 25, check 25.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, check 26.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz.
Man, I got you.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now, Wentz again. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Single. I got a single on the slot.
On first down, Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Hey, here we go. 20. 2. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 82, 40.
52's the mic.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
82.
5-2's the mic.
Wentz to throw again.
Watch the slant.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
That's how we do it.
It's third down and goal.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they did it